Namanda, 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 Namandas. Please join me in Gasho. The word Namo means Kimyo, to take refuge. Kimyo, to take refuge, is the command of the primal vow calling to and summoning us. Namo no gon wa kimyo nari. Kimyo wa hongan shokan no chokume nari to. Namanda, 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 namanda. Hello everyone. Thank you for inviting me to Gōtan-e service of Orange County Buddhist Church. My name is Hironobu Shoju of Echo Temple in Düsseldorf, Germany. Is there a temple in Germany? Some of you might think so or be surprised. I heard that the teaching of Jodo Shinshu revealed by Shinran Shonin about 800 years ago crossed the ocean with immigrants to Hawaii and the United States in the late 19th century. In the 1950s, this teaching finally reached Europe. In 1954, a German Reverend Harry Pieper became the first person in Europe to receive the Kikyoshiki confirmation ceremony as a Jodo Shinshu follower. Since then, the Jodo Shinshu teaching began to spread throughout Europe. And today, there are Jodo Shinshu Sanghas in here Germany, Switzerland, England, Belgium, Romania, and some other countries in Europe. It is truly wonderful that I, in Germany, am now able to share the teaching of Shinran Shonin, who was born in Japan, with the members of Orange County Buddhist Church in the United States, and with so many people all over the world through YouTube. I heard that children of OCBC Dharma School are also participating in this service. What do you know about Germany? Soccer is very popular in sports. Sausages are famous in food. And Haribo, popular among children and adults, are gummies born in Germany. Is there anyone studying Germany here? Today, I will teach you a little bit about the German language. In German, J of alphabet is pronounced as Yot. Japan is spelled Japan as in English, but pronounced Japan. Judo, one of Japanese martial arts, is also spelled Judo as in English, but pronounced Judo. And people who don't know how to pronounce Jodo Shinshu call it Yodo Shinshu. So, what do you think a German who meets me for the first time would call my name Shoju? They call me Shoyu. Do you know what shoyu means in Japanese? Yes, My name is soy sauce in German. Okay, that's it for today's German lesson. Let's go back to the teaching of Shinran Shonin. The person who revealed the teaching of Jodo Shinshu was Shinran Shonin, who was born exactly 850 years ago. From March to May this year, Honganji Temple in Kyoto also held a memorial service to commemorate the 850th anniversary of his birth and 800th anniversary of the establishment of the Jodo Shinshu tradition. I heard that some members of OCBC went to Japan to participate in this service. Since Shinran Shonin's birth was on May 21st, 1173, today's Gōtan-e service is an important service to celebrate his birth and to listen to the teaching that he revealed to us. The passage I shared at the beginning of today's talk is the passage from Kyōgyo Shinsho, which is Shinran Shonin's monumental writing. In the section where this sentence is found, Shinran Shonin describes the meaning of Namo Amida Butsu. The term Namo, with which the phrase begins, means to entrust, and Amida Butsu means Amida Buddha. So the complete phrase Namo Amida Butsu, therefore, has traditionally been interpreted as I entrust myself to Amida Buddha. However, in Jodo Shinshu teaching, we must clearly understand that although the term Namo has meaning such as to entrust, this entrusting does not come from ourselves, since we are deluded and easily led astray. Actually, the necessary entrusting has already been accomplished on the part of Amida Buddha. And the countless virtues and merits that enable us to be born into the pure land and become Buddhas are all held in the Namo Amida Butsu. That is why the Namo Amida Butsu already has contained within it the driving force of bringing about our complete revelation. This understanding of Namo Amida Butsu, which means I entrust myself to Amida Buddha, is the view from our side, because the subject is I entrust, so I. Subject is I. Shinran Shonin guides us also another viewpoint of Namo Amida Butsu. Shinran Shonin's view on this point we can find in the passage I shared at the beginning of today's talk. I said it again. The word Namo means Kimyo, to take refuge. Kimyo, to take refuge, is the command of the primal vow calling to and summoning us. The word Kimyo means to take refuge. So Namo and Kimyo have same meaning. Primal vow is Amida Buddha's vow for all sentient beings to be born in the pure land and become Buddhas. This passage about Namo Amida Butsu says the view from Amida Buddha. Shinran Shonin interprets that this Namo as command of Amida Buddha. So entrust yourself to me. In other words, the calling of Amida Buddha. He states that Amida Buddha is calling out to us even before we have entrusted ourselves to Amida Buddha. Amida Buddha unceasingly works to awaken us. It is as if Amida Buddha is continuously whispering to us through our mouth 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we hear it, the calling of Amida Buddha, by our ear. This continuous effort of Amida Buddha's working is often expressed as the calling. Thus, I explained that Namo Amida Butsu, which overflows our mouth, is the calling of Amida Buddha. But, to be honest, when I had this understanding, interpretation of Namo Amida Butsu of Shinran Shonin at first time, I was so confused because I move my mouth and I say Namo Amida Butsu. When other people see me who says Namo Amida Butsu, maybe they think that I say something to the direction of Amida Buddha. But Shinran Shonin says it is not originally my voice or our heart or my heart, and it's originally the voice, the calling of Amida Buddha. I say, but it's the calling of Amida Buddha. The subject is totally different when I think it with my knowledge. This is the reason why I was so confused. However, an episode with my daughter has let me notice or let me feel a little bit of the heart of great compassion of Amida Buddha, which is calling us. I have a daughter of 5 years old, and her name is Ichika. This episode is when she was 2 years old. After she turned 1 year old, she started speaking gradually, like Papa, Mama, Apple. And when she was 2 years old, she started speaking short sentences, like I sleep, and like I eat an apple. One day, she started to say, Mama loves you, Ichika. Mama loves you, Ichika. I and my wife thought that she wants to say, I love you, Mama, or Ichika loves you, Mama. So we told her, Ichika, if you want to say that you love Mama, you have to say, I love you, Mama, or Ichika loves you, Mama. If she wants to say that she loves Mama, and she says, I love you, Mama, I love you, Ichika. If she wants to say that she loves Mama and she says, I love you, Ichika, or Mama loves you, Ichika, the subject is obviously not correct. The subject must be Ichika, or I, which means Ichika. But she continued stubbornly to say, Mama loves you, Ichika. Mama loves you, Ichika. Why did she say, Mama loves you, Ichika, not I love you, Mama, or Ichika loves you, Mama? Of course, she didn't know the grammar because she was 2 years old. If you conclude with this answer that she didn't know the grammar, this episode ends. But at that time, I thought that there is something or working to let her say, Mama loves you, Ichika. What is its working? It's the calling of her mother, so my wife. She was telling and is telling to Ichika, Mama loves you, Ichika. Mama loves you, Ichika, always, countlessly, since even before she was born, when she was in her womb. The heart of mother, which she loves her daughter, manifested as a sentence, Mama loves you, Ichika. Mama loves you, Ichika. And it carried to Ichika. Then it has finally overflowed from Ichika's mouth. The grammar might be wrong, But it is exactly the certain proof that mother's heart appears as Ichika's voice. Overflowing the Nembutsu from our mouth is also the certain proof that Amida Buddha's great compassion is working on us now. Amida Buddha vowed to save all sentient beings and completed the name Namo Amida Butsu. The name Namo Amida Butsu is the working itself, which contains the wisdom and compassion of Amida Buddha. Shinran Shonin says that this name, Namo Amida Butsu, is the command of the primal vow calling to and summoning us. Namo Amida Butsu is the calling of Amida Buddha, who vows, I definitely save you, entrust yourself to me. Since the beginningless passed down to this day, Amida Buddha has been constantly, without tiring, calling us, who is a foolish being of karmic evil caught in birth and death, ever thinking and ever wandering in transmigration from innumerable kalpas in the past, with never a condition that would lead the emancipation. My present existence as human beings means that I sought to run away from Amida Buddha in the past lives. I lived innumerable past lives without noticing the Buddhist teaching or turning my back on Amida Buddha, who had been already working unceasingly on me. But thanks to Shinran Shonin, who revealed Amida Buddha's teaching, we finally have encountered the Amida Buddha's salvation by name Namo Amida Butsu, and its calling Namo Amida Butsu is overflowing from our mouth, and we can hear it by our ear. Now, let's say Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. It is itself Amida Buddha. The manifestation of Namo Amida Butsu, which is overflowing from our mouth, is a certain proof that Amida Buddha is working on me right now. And we are walking our life, which never passes in vain. So lastly, I recite again the passages by Shinran Shonin, which I recited at the beginning of this Dharma talk. The word Namo means Kimyo, to take refuge. Kimyo, to take refuge, is the command of the primal vow calling to and summoning us. Thank you for listening. Lastly, I recite the Gobunsho. Namandats. 上人一流のご関係の趣は信心のもって御とせられ候。そのゆえはもろもろの造業を投げ捨てて一心に皆に奇妙すれば不可思議の眼力として仏の方より往生は事情をせしめたもそのくらいを一年発起入少女始終とも釈しその上の称名念仏った如来我が往生を定めたまいしご恩王人の念仏と心うべきなり 花かしこ花かしこアマンダブアマンダブアマンダブアマンダブツナマンダブツナマン